No one in Seattle is safe from bad driving, not even the police, as one unlucky officer is about to find out. Watch the bottom of your screen. We have a wrong-way driver here. It's heading head-on towards another vehicle. Now, this other vehicle is a police officer. They swerve at the last minute but can't quite avoid a collision. Luckily, no serious injuries to the officer or to the other driver. However, that driver was arrested for DUI. Just a glimpse at the kind of driving that takes place every day here in Seattle. Now, a lot of people think, well, I would never drive drunk, but how many of those people drive distracted, looking down at their phones, or not paying attention to the road? I don't know for sure that that's what's going on in these next few clips, but for some reason we have quite a few drivers running red lights that should have been easily visible to them, including this hard hit on First Hill. They take out a sign, go into a concrete pillar. Thankfully, no pedestrians there on the sidewalk, or that could have been a lot worse. I got this truck sort of making a circle and coming back to the accident scene. These crashes, these red light crashes, take place in all parts of the city. Here's one downtown, vehicle coming downhill, going around a van stopped for the red light, and just getting T-boned pretty hard at the intersection. Again, no reason that they had to run that red light. Soto here, car right through the red, and now we have a 3-vehicle collision. This one's a little hard to see, but again, we have a car that's going to blow right through their red light. This one barely missing some pedestrians on the corner, so that could have been a lot worse. And here I want you to see how long this light is red. Very stale red light. Still, we had a gig car smashing through the light. Check out the comments for a little bit more information on this crash. Got some interesting stories there. I have one up near Northgate here. Fairly high speed, red light collision. The road was closed in the aftermath, but again, no serious injuries as far as I'm aware of. This next clip, however, is one of the more disturbing crashes that we've caught on traffic camera. It's going to be a high-speed, very hard collision. Now, amazingly, no life-threatening injuries. However, the vehicle, the driver of the innocent vehicle was trapped in their car. They had to be cut out by the Seattle Fire Department. The car that ran the red light was reportedly fleeing a traffic stop, although police were not pursuing him at the time of the crash. You can see that driver exiting his vehicle and fleeing on foot. As far as I know, he has not been caught. Now, with this clip, I want you to watch the speed of this first car. This car is going to be traveling at a normal speed, coming off the Ballard Bridge. Contrast that with the speed of this car, much faster, well in excess of the 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. That speeding car is coming up the center of your screen now. Another car, not realizing how fast they're going, is going to change lanes right into their path, which results in a hard collision. We have sparks flying, there's a tire bouncing down the road. Now, obviously, this is at least partly the fault of the car that changed lanes, but if the other car had not been going what looked like double the speed limit, this crash would have been much less serious. Bottom of your screen here, similar situation. We have a car flying down the shoulder and then colliding with the vehicle turning left. Now, that left-turning vehicle, of course, should have yielded, but there's some blame on this car that was going much, much faster than all the other vehicles on the road. Nearly killed a pedestrian there, just barely missed them. And of course, turning left always has its own hazards. We have a minor left turn crash here in the International District. Thankfully, it was pretty low speeds. And the only thing Seattleites like more than turning left is cutting through stopped traffic, which we're going to see a few examples of here, both on Rainier Avenue. This one a little bit more distant, and this one a little bit closer from the left side of your screen. This car is actually going to bully their way through cars already in the road, and we get a collision. We're giving that driving an F- grade. Next up, we have cars making U-turns from the right lane directly into the paths of other vehicles. As you might imagine, this does not end well for anybody involved. This one on Aurora Avenue in North Seattle. The next one, watch the bottom of your screen. This car is based on the headlights. They're making a right turn. Immediately go for that U-turn right into the path of a speeding car this time. That's on Greenwood Avenue again in North Seattle. And here, once again, we have a car that's going to make a U-turn from the right lane, this time right into a motorcyclist. Thankfully, no serious injuries. That motorcyclist gets right back up on their feet, but this could have been a lot worse. All right, we have one more U-turn crash to show you, this one near the University of Washington. Watch these cars in the middle of your screen heading up the 45th Street Viaduct. Again, where you have a car in the right lane that's going to try to make a U-turn. They're going to strike this car that goes around them. The car that was hit, that was not at fault, ends up fleeing the scene. Meanwhile, the car that caused the accident is going to sit in the left lane for a while. They're finally going to pull over to the right lane, but unfortunately, they strike a bus while trying to do that. So that's their second crash in less than 5 minutes. Not a good night for them. Not a good night for Seattle drivers as a whole. Their shame brings shame on all of us. And now we have cars going the wrong way up the viaduct on a dark, rainy night. All right, we have a few more bus clips for you. Watch the top of your screen here. It looks like a bus might be failing to yield while turning left, which is going to end up with, luckily, just a very small boop from the white car. Not sure what was going on there. Bottom of your screen this time, we have a bus in the right lane and a car trying to turn right around them, get clipped just a little bit. Not sure how they did not see that gigantic bus to their right. Speaking of drivers who maybe should have been able to see something happening, here we have a driver hard to see, but they pull into traffic directly into the path of a pretty large pickup truck, and that's a nice hit for them. Again, not sure how they didn't see that pickup truck, seeing as it's taller than their vehicle. Bottom of your screen here, we have somebody, again, not watching the road. They're going to crash right into the rear of stopped traffic. And that is just the first of several rear-end collisions to show you. Here we have a pickup truck making a pretty wide turn, but they still should have been easily visible to that car behind them. However, that car did crash into the back of them. Next, we have kind of a dangerous situation where we have vehicles slowing for a backing FedEx truck while other vehicles are still going full speed down this road. And then a car at the bottom of your screen. It looks like they may have been trying to get into the turn lane, but they pulled right into the path of a pickup truck that was going a lot faster than they were, leading to a collision. Now, they pulled over. The pickup truck pulled over for a little while, but did end up fleeing the scene. But they left their bumper behind, so that may not have turned out that well for them. Not sure how this one ended up. Minor rear-end collision here on the hill. Rainy roads probably contributed to this one. But in Seattle, all kinds of weather can lead to crashes. Here we have the sun probably contributing to this minor rear-end crash. The sun is kind of scary when it comes out. And one more here. Fairly hard hit coming off the highway there. For our last clip, keep an eye on this red SUV that's preparing to exit this parking lot. They are, well, I'm not sure what they're doing, but it ends up with them into a pole somehow. That's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my hope with these videos is that people can know what to watch out for on the roads and also be shamed into making better driving choices themselves. So please put down your phones, slow down, and pay attention to what's going on in front of you on the road. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.